The battle for the best girl title begins with My Hero Academia. So what's up guys, Foxen here. In case you missed it, I was out last week. This video is going to be a combo review of the previous 2 chapters. Well yeah, and I will talk about some upcoming changes to these videos, that will be towards the end. Anyway, Hawks is back. I'm really glad to see him back so soon. Interesting callback to Hawks by the way, since it's right in the middle of this match. But of course, this all connects back to Tokoyami. I'm still just loving Hawks' sense of humor. Oh, why did you invite me? You know, cause we're both birds from a different mother. Is Hawks about to team up with every bird hero? I do actually recall a different bird hero in the My Hero Academia movie. Maybe that guy will show up. Notice how Tokoyami didn't seem pleased at all with this outcome, at least not from the first get-together. Did Tokoyami sense that Hawks only wanted to try to use him? From this, I actually forgot that Tokoyami came in the top 3 in the previous sports festival. Another possibility for these 2 bird brains is just that their attitudes didn't mix well together. You could try and try, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, think about it, Tokoyami seems super serious, while on the other hand, Hawks is casual and pretty laid back. Let's say if some of Hawks' charm rubs off on Tokoyami. Anyway, as for the second Hawks experience during the internship, interesting how Tokoyami is more able to keep up with Hawks this time around. This definitely shows his progression. Another thing to notice about Tokoyami is really just how similar he's using his quirk compared to Deku. If you think about it, both of them have outstanding potential. Now you have Tokoyami covering his full body with this dark shadow, which is super similar to how Deku's full cowl is used to more easily control his one-for-all quirk. I do wonder what the full potential of dark shadow is. You only got this glimpse of it during the villain attack. If anything, Tokoyami right now seems like this dark shadowy version of Deku. You could just imagine if his dark shadow ability has any dark past with it. Anyway, as for the match, Tokoyami's new move, Dark Shadow Black Fallen Angel, which is pretty long, longer in Japanese too. But what's this? Did Dark Shadow just drink a Red Bull? Oh yes, he did. Kind of. I was expecting full-on black wings, but looks like Horikoshi wanted to make this much more complex and interesting too. Looks like the so-called flight is actually Dark Shadow carrying Tokoyami in the air. I did mention complex, since I'm sure this is what Horikoshi was aiming for with this upgrade for Dark Shadow. In other words, some definite, clear restrictions for him, and also room for possible improvements and development later on. I also do like how he found a way to keep Tokoyami's cape with that explanation. Even more surprising was that combo from Yuga plus Dark Shadow, like combining with Dark Shadow to kill off or at least restrict the shadow opponent. Although perhaps they were getting ahead of themselves, they seemed to have this match in the bag until that final page. The new B-class girl just took this battle into the Mushroom Kingdom. Unfortunately, Momo fell victim to that unexpected nose job. I gotta say, I'm really liking the design of Miss Mushroom over here. In the previous chapter, I was really wondering what exactly her abilities were combined with her mushrooms. I originally thought some previous obvious ones, like some form of paralysis or poison for those shrooms on Momo. Although just knowing Horikoshi, it'd be much more complex, which would add more flavor to the character. My original other guess was some type of person or hero quirk control. You know, using those shrooms. Although a quirk control is Shinso's thing right now. How about a possible reduction in speed or some hallucinations? Anyway, now getting into the meat of the latest chapter. Surprise! Mushroom Girl is spamming the hell out of those shrooms. Watch, some of these guys are gonna turn into beautiful females. But seriously, it's looking like a horrible infection. Which is perfect for Halloween right around the corner. Right here, you got this visible invisible girl. Although why is she getting embarrassed? I guess she's not a fan of those shrooms sprouting from certain tidbits out of her nude body. And goddamn, those are a ton of shrooms. I was joking before, but they literally took you into the Shroom Kingdom. Oh, but don't worry about it, they're gonna disappear in a few hours. Forget about Momo's creation quirk, you could feed a ton of people with this one. It's funny because Mushroom Girl here is really reminding me of Suzy from My Little Witch Academia. That would actually be a match made in heaven. While preparing for this video too, I just noticed something. Even her freaking name, Kinoko, is a Japanese specialty mushroom. She is really just shrooms all around. Anyway, but back to Shroom Girl's quirk. All of those mushrooms shouldn't just be random spamming. Do they have any special effects on organic bodies they grow on? There was that one panel of the dark mushroom with eyes. Supposedly, they wanted to take over Dark Shadow. However, right now you can see this black evil shroom on the ground still next to other spammed shrooms. So, is Mushroom Girl's plan still in progress? If so, she must be able to summon some other deadly shrooms. Since she could quote-unquote hijack Dark Shadow, shouldn't that be the case for other heroes too, or is it just on their quirks? I really don't see why heroes would be any different. Next up, Manga Guy. Let's talk about this fellow. So this guy could attack with ultra huge letters. Even Aoyama's letter was super ineffective against whatever they're made out of. Perhaps it's vibranium. The thing about his quirk is that able to summon other things too, perhaps later on. How about some live manga characters? Just imagine using Boruto's dad, Goku, or One Punch Man. That might be cheating a little too much. Right now you have the Mushroom Girl combining her quirk with Manga Guy. So far it's only using the heat ability to massive spread those shrooms. Just think about it, this Manga Guy should be amazing support. In Japanese manga, there's sound effects for heat, ice, rumbling, everything as needed. So is this manga hero guy potentially overpowered? I'm really not sure right now how strong he is physically. So until you see something, this manga guy should make for some overpowered support. Actually, this is why I'm thinking this guy should have some restrictions in battle. This goes back to fitting Horikoshi so damn well. I'm doubting Manga Kid is able to spam explosion effects left and right. Perhaps he's like Momo, where there's a physical limitation from the user's body, or maybe just their mouth. Anyway, eventually this led into Momo separated versus Kendo. Time for Momo to get some good development here. At the very end, Momo clearly has something up her sleeve. Watch, it's gonna be a taser or some tased knuckles. Ironically, Kendo mentioned something about cutting the Class A brain off by separating Momo from the rest. However, doesn't that work both ways? Kendo so far has been seen as the team leader for their own Class B group. Just due to this grudge or rivalry she has against Momo, she's now made the mistake of challenging her on one-on-one. Oh, and right here I'm really glad that Shoto called Tetsu out on this. Seems that Shoto still has this close connection with Momo from their little team up as well. And funny, cause Shoto and Momo have already been this popular combo for shippers. I'm sure this is gonna fuel that couple even more. Although, let me not count out Tetsu and Kendo. I'm sure these two grew even closer after that villain encounter during their camp training in season 3. There's also the fact that Class B has been seen as the underdogs. Anyway, as for my prediction for this match outcome, Momo seems to have something planned. Whatever that may be is gonna give her the upper hand against Kendo. However, overall, I'm giving the match in favor of Class B. Not by much, but right now they really got the advantage. Let's see if Class A is able to turn it around without Momo's help. Of course, let me mention the dark horse in this race. An upcoming shocker for Momo vs Kendo would actually be Kendo beating Momo after everyone pointed out how much of a grave mistake challenging Momo one-on-one was. I could totally see that happening. Do let me know your predictions for this match. I do expect it to be over next chapter. By the way, quickly let me mention a follow-up to what I mentioned last time about changes coming up. For a while now I've been thinking about how exactly to move forward. Unfortunately, it looks like I have to limit the manga panels I do show in future videos. On the previous video I did mention Geekdom, and so far it looks like he's moving ahead with not showing anything in his videos, it's just one still image. I'm not sure you'd be a fan of that. Although right now I really can't afford to put the channel at risk. Sooner or later Shonen Jump is gonna do this massive strike again, it's really only a matter of time. I mean, all of a sudden, whenever they feel like it, cause they're a-hoes, they could go ahead and strike down all my manga chapter review videos. Then my channel would be shut down. At best, it'd be frozen for 3 weeks, since that's how long it takes for the counter-claim process to go through. Thanks, YouTube. As for the changes I have in mind, right now I do plan to continue the chapter reviews up until My Hero Academia Season 3 comes to an end, which is one more episode left. During this time, I will be monitoring to see how My Hero Academia manga review videos do. I have a strong feeling they're going to take a hit from people not wanting to watch due to the changes of not using manga pages, but we'll see. Eventually, I do want to switch over to doing bi-weekly theory or deeper analysis video discussions for My Hero Academia. I freaking love this series, so I'm definitely sticking around. Does that mean that manga discussion videos are going away? Not entirely, but they're going to become bi-weekly, or who knows, perhaps weekly too, or every 3 chapters. It honestly all depends on the given chapter. There's some chapters where it's possible to have this richer discussion about it and how it relates to past events. With chapters like the recent ones where it's only like a third of the match, that's not really possible. It'd be better to do a video overall on the match when it's over, at least that's what I think. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this. Either way, I do expect to be forced into doing some type of changes when the fall anime season kicks in. Right now my video schedule for when that happens in the next coming 2 weeks is still unclear cause of that. For now, keep on smashing that thumbs up and commenting on these weekly discussions. But anyway, more important, let me hear from you. Question of the day. Was the Dark Shadow upgrade like how you predicted? Are you liking or disappointed with him not having actual wings? And what do you think about Mushroom Girl's ability? Is there more to it? And of course, from the battle of the best girls, Momo versus Kendo, who's gonna come out on top? Anyway, be sure to choice smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Right now I'm still covering My Hero Academia Season 3 and the manga. Don't forget to check out my weekly Attack on Titan videos too. Also, SAO Season 3 has been confirmed for 50 plus episodes. Go ahead and check out my review on the very first hour-long plus episode. So, hit that bell notification and I'll see you guys later.